Welcome to the King of Racing YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be covering my picks for the Alabama Stakes, which is going to happen at Saratoga Race Course on August 21st. So here are my thoughts on the runners. Number 2 in this race is Will's Secret. She's ridden by John Kenton Court and trained by Dallas Stewart. She's run 5 times in 2021 with 2 victories and 2 third-place finishes. She's brought in $457,000 this calendar year. In her most recent race, she came in 6th place at the Indiana Oaks Grade 3 race at Indiana Grand Race Course on July 7th, and 3rd place at the Kentucky Oaks right before that on April 30th at Churchill Downs. I really like to see that she came in 3rd place in the Kentucky Oaks as a large field and against a lot of very good horses, many of whom are racing in the Alabama Stakes on Saturday. And before that, she came in 3rd place at the Central Bank Ashland Stakes Grade 1 race at Keeneland. However, what I would have liked to see from this horse is following that Kentucky Oaks race up with another good performance at the Indiana Oaks, but that is not what happened. She came in 6th place. She ran a little bit slower in that race. She didn't do very well. So that is why Will's Secret is my 7th selection in this race. I think she's going to come in last place. Number 5 is Play It Hard. Play It Hard has raced 5 times this year and is ridden by Luis Saez and trained by Philip Bauer. And she's brought in $162,000, so this is going to be an interesting case in this race. She has a really good record. She's come in 1st place at the maiden special weight race after that was on her 4th try on June 20th at Churchill Downs, and then she came in 1st place in her first allowance race at Saratoga on July 22nd. So she's basically done, at least recently, about everything you can ask of this horse, considering what races she's been entered in. However, she's going to be my 5th selection in this race because I'm a little concerned about the caliber of horses she's been racing against. I'm not going to be shocked completely if she does well, but allowance races are definitely not as skilled as these stakes races that some of these other horses have been in. So I'm going to have to say 5th selection for this horse. Number 3, Clarier, is ridden by Red Ortiz Jr. and trained by Steven Asmussen. She has raced 5 times this calendar year, and I was pretty excited about this horse after she won the Rachel Alexandra Stakes on February 13th at Fairgrounds, and then followed that up with a 2nd place finish at the Fairgrounds Oaks on March 20th, and then 4th place at the Kentucky Oaks on April 30th. Not really a bad performance out of a large field of horses. But then after that, 3rd place at the Mother Goose Stakes Grade 2 race on June 26th at Belmont, and then a 3rd place at the American Oaks Grade 1 race on July 24th at Saratoga. Those aren't bad finishes by any means, but that's not really what I would be expecting from a horse with this much experience. And perhaps it'll help her in this race that she's familiar with the Saratoga track. But that is a little bit of a red flag that she only came in 3rd place after coming in 3rd and 4th before that at Saratoga. So Clarier is going to be my 5th selection in this race. Number 4 is Maracuja, ridden by Ricardo Santana Jr. and trained by Robert Schross. She's raced 5 times in 2021, and I like to see that she came in 1st place at the American Oaks Grade 1 race at Saratoga on July 24th, so she's definitely familiar with this track and has run well, very well, at this track. 7th place finish at the Kentucky Oaks was the race before that, which is in the top half of that race, so definitely not bad at all. And April 30th was the date on that. And then 2nd place at the Gazelle Stakes Grade 3 race at Aqueduct on April 3rd. So I think without this Saratoga finish, I would not be too happy with this horse. But 1st place at Saratoga, where this race is going to be run, in the American Oaks Grade 1 race, that's a pretty big race. And I think that Maracuja is going to be a pretty big contender for this one. She's going to come in 4th place, is what I'm saying. The final horse in this race is the number 7 Army Wife. She's raced 4 times this year, coming in 1st place in 3 out of those 4 races. She's ridden by Tyler Gaffalione and trained by Michael Maker. In her most recent race, she came in 1st place at the Iowa Oaks Grade 3 race on July 2nd at Prairie Meadows, and before that, 1st place at the Black Eyed Susan Grade 2 Stakes on May 14th at Pimlico, and then before that, 3rd place at the Grade 3 Gazelle Stakes on April 3rd at Aqueduct. So she has a pretty good record. She's won 2 out of her last 2 races, and then I think 3 out of her last 4 races. So she runs pretty well. The only concern I have, and the only thing that is making me say that she's going to be the 3rd place finisher in this race, is the caliber of horses she's been running against. At Prairie Meadows, Grade 3 race was her most recent. Black Eyed Susan Stakes, not a ton of money flowing into that one at Pimlico. So I'm a little concerned about the caliber of horses that she's been up against. But other than that, I don't really have any concerns. She's run the best she can for the races that she's been in pretty recently. So she's my 3rd selection. Number 1 in this race is Crazy Beautiful, ridden by Jose Ortiz and trained by Kenneth McPeak. She's raced 5 times this calendar year, bringing in $472,000. On March 27th at Gulfstream Park, she came in first place in the Gulfstream Park Oaks race, and then after that, 10th place at the Kentucky Oaks race on April 30th at Churchill Downs. 10th place is often not a very good finish, but that was a pretty competitive race. And right after that, she came in first place at the Summertime Oaks Grade 2 race at Santa Anita on May 30th. And then finally, the Delaware Oaks, she won that race, Grade 3, at Delaware Park on July 3rd. So she has a pretty good record in her last 2 races, and despite that 10th place finish, if you take that out of the equation, she's won her past 3 races. So Crazy Beautiful is my second selection in this entire race. I think that she's going to come in second place. Number 6 in this race is my favorite and probably everybody else's. Malathaat, ridden by John Velasquez and trained by Todd Pletcher. She has raced 3 times in this year, and 2 of those races were victories, and one of those was second place, bringing in just over $1 million in earnings. So her most recent race, I was a little disappointed by this. The American Oaks Grade 1 race, second place finish there, July 24th at Saratoga, but I mean, it wasn't first place, but it was second place, which is the next best option. And that was at Saratoga, so she's now familiar with this track a little bit. And then right before that, you have the first place at Kentucky Oaks. Prior to that, she was undefeated in her career before she came in second place at the American Oaks. So she won the Kentucky Oaks on April 30th, and then she won the Ashland Stakes on at first place, Keeneland, on April 3rd. So she's a very good horse. She's almost undefeated. She's won 5 out of her 6 races, and the one she didn't win was a second place finish. So Malathaat is going to continue to be my favorite for this race. I think she's going to win. So my final ranking of projected finish in the Alabama Stakes at Saratoga Race Course: 7th place, the number 2 Will's Secret; 6th place, the number 5 Played Hard; 5th place, the number 3 Clairiere; 4th place, the number 4 Maracua; 3rd place, the number 7 Army Wife; 2nd place, the number 1 Crazy Beautiful; and 1st place, the number 6 Malathaat. So those are my selections for the Alabama Stakes. Thank you for watching this video. I ask that you please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment below, and thank you for watching.